Hi, this is Denise Matthew, and I actually just discovered by a lot of people telling me that I forgot to do Gate 5 in the Sacral Center. So here's just a quick blurb about the Gate 5, and I'll tell you what I know, and then that's it for this video. So let's get into it. So when we talk about the gate 5, we're talking about an energy that is all about routines and rhythm. Somebody who likes to have a certain way of doing things every day. So it might be the same cup when you drink your coffee. It might be the same type of coffee. It might be the same type of breakfast that you have every morning, that you like to do that every single morning. And if something happens that your routine is disturbed, then you may not be very happy with that, and it might actually ruin your full day. It's an important energy to know, especially if you have a child that has a gate 5, because when somebody who is younger has a gate 5, for instance, and I would say even especially now when we have this pandemic thing going on, and then we have kids going to school and they have new parameters of how they're allowed to interact with other children and things like that. And a child with a gate 5 is going to find those kind of restrictions or those changes in the pattern it would be very difficult for them to cope with. And so somebody who has a child with the gate 5, or even if you're an adult with the gate 5, like, it can be a real driving force for you to start to work with the energy so that you can be okay with the changes that you have to cope with, because that's sort of how life is shifting up now, and you have to sort of do those types of things. And knowing that this is part of your configuration can help a lot in how you cope with the changes. And so you might have to sort of go walk yourself through a day of what it might look like a few times before you actually go into your day, in your mind, visualizing those ideas of the changes that you might occur or will occur when your new pattern begins might be helpful. The gate 5 is part of the channel of the 515. This is a activism channel. There's a lot of humanitarian energy in here. And so you have the 15, which is all about extremes, and then you have the gate 5, which is all about routines. So when you bring these two energies together, there can be this balancing of the energy. And so when you only have one side of any gate, there's going to be a less balanced energy, as we know. And the channel 515 is all about it's one of the tantric channels. And that's basically, when we talk about tantric channels in human design, we're talking about where we take an energy and we change it, we take it from a lower form and we transform it to a higher form. I mean, that's the highest expression of the channels that are tantric channels. And those would be the 515, the 4629, and also the 142. Now, all tantric channels have a different type of theme, but the most important thing with the channels, all of those tantric channels, is that it's all about being in the flow of life. And with this channel, it is about a connection with the natural world. It can be about crystals and earthly elements, things like that. There could be a feeling of getting energized by being outside. The thing about the 5 energy is that we want to make sure that there is some level of patience, because when we talk about being in the flow of life, when we're in the flow of life, it's like you can imagine yourself, you're in a canoe and you're on a stream, and when you hit sort of an area where there's a bit of a flow of water, your canoe is going down the stream, but it's only in certain areas. And so when we talk about the gate 5, we're talking about timing, and timing isn't always going to be exactly the way we want it. But when we get connected with the energy of the timing of things and being patient with knowing that when the timing is right, our canoe will go, or our life will flow. This flow that we're talking about with the 5 energy especially is all about your natural flow or your own flow. And it's about going with what feels right to you. And there could be this idea that you may not want to conform to other people's idea of how you're supposed to conform to their time constraints. And so, in other words, you have this natural feeling of how you want things to go, the timing of things. And when you align with what you feel inside of you, then that's the correct timing for you. And so it's important to stand in your ability to say, well, this is my timing, this is working for me, and not conform to other people's feelings of what they know or how they know how you flow. And in truth, there really isn't any better place or more, I guess, auspicious or lucky place than when you're in the flow of life. And that's the same with the 515 and all the other tantric channels. So the bottom line is that be true to what you feel is right for you. Listen to your inner way of being, and it will lead you the correct way. And that's all I have for the gate 5. And here's just some more keywords that I have for this particular gate. And I'm spending more time on this video, so I'm giving you a lot more than I did with the others. But obviously, there's a reason that it happened, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you're enjoying the course. And I'll see you again soon. Take care.